Amy wants her. I'm getting there.
You can't count your eggs. No, you can't. I sure wouldn't count mine, I tell you that.
I'd like to call the meeting to order here at the county auditorium for the December Commissioners meeting. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to our Vice Chair for our invitation and pledge.
Sorry, I'd like to invite members of our local Sampson County Veterans Council to please lead us in our pledge and our invocation. Thank you.
Traveling mercies. Yes. Life is safe, Lord. We ask you to continue to be in our hearts and minds, Lord, and give us the wisdom and the love for one another as we conduct the business for this county, Lord. We ask for continued wisdom and compassion as we deal with one another for the single goal of taking care of this county. And Lord, we just thank you for the mercies, and ask you to bless each and every one of us. Yes. Amen.
Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for your service and continuing to serve.
All right, before we approve the agenda, I've got one item, item 5A, we've been asked to remove. Can I get a motion to remove that, please?
So moved.
All right, got a motion and a second. All in favor? All right, it has been removed. Now I need the approval of the agenda, please.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
And I have a motion and a second as amended. All those in favor? Motion so carries. All right, at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our county manager for the organization of the board, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Board members, North Carolina general statutes require that the Board of County Commissioners elect its officers during its first meeting in December each year. The first item of business is the election of the chair for the year. I will now open the floor for nominations.
I'd like to nominate Alan McClam to continue as chairman of the board.
Second.
Okay, and could I see a show of hands? All in favor? Okay, and it carries. And Chairman McClam remains the chair, and I congratulate you, and the floor is now yours, sir.
Thank you, and I do appreciate the trust that this board puts in me, and I want us to continue to move forward together. I think that's a big deal. And at this time, I'm going to open it up for nominations for the co-chair.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Eric Pope to continue as vice chairman.
Okay, we have one nomination for Eric Pope as vice chair. I second it. Have any others? All right, at this time, all those that are in favor, please so indicate by raised hand. Motion so carries. Vice Chair, welcome back, sir. Thank y'all. All right, at this time, we're going to move on to public information. Mr. Mark Turlington, if you will, come to the podium, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Not got a lot to report on as far as the updates on the water projects we got going on. Ivanhoe, they're on the last 3 miles of laying the main, the water main. We have started recruiting the last phase. We started recruiting it on November the 17th. And they've got until January the 15th to sign up for water in that last phase to get water run to their house. Hopefully in another 2 months, we will be getting the booster pump for that side. And once we get the booster pump, we can start hooking water to houses in the Ivanhoe community. GFL project, which you will be voting on later on tonight, approval to take the bid, but we did put it out for bid and have got a low bid back. Like I said, you will be voting on that later tonight, hopefully. We're going to, if y'all approve it tonight, we're going to start recruiting it on January the 12th through March the 11th to get the people that sign up during that period will get water at half price of what it would generally be. The test wells, no progress on that yet. The contractor has not moved in as of today and started working on it. Warsaw Road, I am working with the engineers now to get the paperwork signed to get them on board to start getting a letter prepared to send to DEQ by February where we can start that project. Clement Phase 2, we've got all the permits. We've started working on easements. Once we get all the easements done for that area, we'll be ready to put it out for bid. That's all I've got on the update of the water. I would like to speak a minute about the ordeal we had with water last week during Thanksgiving holidays. At our iron and manganese treatment plant on Faison Highway, Tuesday morning, the man that went to check the well found a line that had busted. At that same time, we began to get calls through the county of dirty water. We had Tuesday and Wednesday put together over 50 calls of discolored water. The issue again is where poor workmanship on the contractor. The line was not tightened and it blowed out, and it also appeared, but we cannot be for sure of this, but it also appeared that the vessels tried to clean itself. Well, all that was manually cut off, so we don't know what happened there, and we think some of the ready to clean the water got back into our system to cause it dirty. No harm to anybody, it just caused the water to be dark and discolored looking. But we have talked with the contractor about this. He's supposed to have a crew out tomorrow to work on that. I had my men this morning to cut the system off. It will stay off until I'm 110% sure that it is ready to be put in service. This is the second time we've been through this with the contractor, and there's no sense in it. I'm embarrassed for us to even be dealing with this contractor in this ordeal. But like I said, we have got the treatment plant cut off. It will not be turned back on until I am guaranteed we do not have this problem again. Any questions?
Just have one.
Okay.
With the contractor, and what we've heard you say about him, has this been discussed pretty firmly with him?
It's been discussed pretty firmly with the contractor, and me and the county manager and the county attorney have been in conversation also about it.
I just want to be sure that's the biggest thing. I want you to know that we support you on this because I do know that we've had this situation before, and we're going to have to address it.
Yes, and we're in the process of it.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Mark.
Thank you.
Any more questions? I'm sorry. You're good. Sit down. All right, we're going to move on to approving of the consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion that we approve the
Second.
consent agenda.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Motion so carries. All right, we're going to move on and open up a public hearing for naming of private roads. And at this time, I guess I'm going to ask Ms. Stephanie, if you will.
Yes, sir. The road naming committee has met and has advertised a public hearing. They recommend that PVT 421TB-6600 be named Register Farms Lane.
Okay. Do I have anyone who's got any discussion? Now we have a public hearing open. All right, seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. And at this time, I'll entertain a motion that we accept the name of this road.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to change the name of this road to Register Farms Lane.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Motion so carries. All right. we're on action items, and we've removed one, and we're into B, and that will be presented by Mr. Ashley Holland, I understand.
Good evening, Commissioners and county staff. I come to you tonight to present the proposed contract between Sampson County and Kimberly Horn Engineering Firm. Both parties have reviewed the contract and corrections were made where necessary. This contract is for on-call services for water and building infrastructure to help share in some of the workload of future projects. Is there any questions?
Have any questions from anyone on the board for Mr. Holland?
County attorney.
I think we're,
Been reviewed.
Everything's been reviewed, all the county parties have reviewed the contract and what necessary changes has been made.
okay. Thank you. Well, I'll entertain a motion that we accept this contract.
So
Mr. Chair,
moved.
No, go ahead.
So moved.
No,
Second.
got a motion and a second. All in favor? Motion so carries.
Thank you, sir.
All right, northern and southern test and production wells coming from our do-rag crowd.
Hope y'all are doing well tonight. Working with Mark on these two projects. I got two different items on the agenda. The first one's the northern and southern test wells. As Mark mentioned, we've gotten somebody under contract to do the northern wells project. And what we need an action item from you all tonight for that is to adopt a capital project ordinance. This will basically set aside the funds that you have received from the state. This is all grant funds. Set them aside to be used for this project. So any questions about that? I have the capital project ordinance that y'all can see and review, but it's just setting aside those funds to be used for this project.
Okay, any questions? All right, I need a,
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we adopt the capital project ordinance.
Second.
have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Motion so carries. All right, you are up again with the GFL landfill water main extensions.
All right, thank you. Again, Mark mentioned we had the bid opening. That was on November 4th at the county's offices. We actually received 4 bids, so we feel really good about the bids. You know, typically, we haven't seen that many bids. We've seen 2, we have to rebid, but when we receive more than 3, that's really good. It helps us make sure we're getting a good price on the bids themselves. So that was really good reception. Heron Reinbark was shown to be the lowest bidder in the amount of $3,701,287. So tonight, we're going to ask for y'all to recommend the tentative award for that so we can sign the contracts. And I'll ask if there's any questions at this time about that.
This is going down Lakewood School Road, Bubble Gump Lane, Laura Lake, White Woods. And we can go right on through Fleet Cooper Avenue, correct? I know I see you, I'm gonna be sure.
Correct. Yep, it's South Salemburg Highway, Lakewood, Bubba Gump, Laurel Lake, White Woods, Marion Amos, Fleet Cooper, and the Avenue in Bonnetsville Road.
Okay. Any questions? I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second.
So moved in a second. Motion so carries, and if we all vote, I'm sorry. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Getting ahead of myself. All right, at this time, Ms. Lynch, if you will, please come forward.
Good evening. So tonight I'm asking requesting a review of preliminary plan for a conditional approval for Everwood subdivision. This preliminary plan was reviewed by our planning board at its November meeting, and it does meet the requirements of the subdivision regulations. For just a little bit of summary here on the project, the applicant is Godwin Engineering. The landowner is Ashley Bradswell Realty. The tract is 44.75 acres, and they are proposing to subdivide into 45 single-family residential lots. It is on Harnett Dunn Highway in the Plainview Township. It is zoned residential agricultural, and the utilities would be county water and individual septic systems. There are 18 lots that will have off-site septic systems. Infrastructure proposed is a 50-foot public right-of-way with 3 internal roads that end in cul-de-sacs. It is not located in the floodplain, nor are there any 404 wetlands identified on the property. It is located in the residential growth node designated in the future county land use map. And our planning board, in a unanimous vote, does recommend approval, conditional approval of the preliminary plan contingent upon the final plat meeting the requirements of sections 504 through 506 of the subdivision regulations. The planning board does find that the proposed preliminary plan complies with the Sampson County subdivision regulations and is consistent with the residential growth designation in the Sampson County land use plan.
Any questions? Okay, I will entertain a motion to approve the subdivision.
I make a motion that we approve the subdivision.
All those in favor? Motion so carried.
Thank you, sir.
All right, moving right along. Mr. Allen, I think you are up, sir.
Yes, sir.
You got F and G.
Good evening, Chairman and Board of Commissioners. The Department of Transportation received an abandonment request for 2 roads. These are essentially paper roads, but one specifically it was physically never constructed, and the other is a small secondary road that the owner owns both pieces of property on which these roads lie. Just as part of the process that DOT goes through requires a motion in support of this action.
Do we have any questions for Mr. Allen? No, I'll,
So when you abandon a road, you don't have to have a public hearing like we do when we name a road?
Interestingly enough, not.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the resolution to support the abandonment of State Roads 1655 and 1611.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Motion so carries. And just for, I guess, educational purposes, when we abandon a road, DOT, it goes over to the property owner. And one of those roads had to be real close to my office, and they've done a very good job of contacting the people, working through DOT. He's taken possession of the road, and DOT doesn't have to go back and do any maintenance on the road. It's his.
Yep.
It belongs to the property owner, which is a good way of helping our DOT system out a little bit.
Right.
All right, I'm sorry, go ahead on G, Mr. Allen.
Completely fine. Likewise, a motion of support is also required as far as in addition to, or adding on roads to the DOT network. And we have 3, again, owned by the same owner. That would be within your packet, Stagecoach Estates, I believe is what it's called. And all of them are within the same subdivision located just outside of Autryville.
Have any questions? I'm sorry, I'm reading. All right, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion for the recommendation of the road addition for the state maintenance and secondary road.
Okay.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Motion so carries. All right. Moving right along, our board appointments. That goes over to our vice chair.
Ladies and gentlemen, our library director has submitted a request that Ms. Rosemary Sampson be appointed to the library board to fill a vacancy for a new four-year term beginning January 2026. I therefore make a motion to approve the request by the library board to appoint Ms. Rosemary Sampson to the library board.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve, Rosemary. All those in favor? Motion so carries. All right. We are moving right along tonight. We're down, up to our public comment period, and at this time, I'd like Mr. Brown, if you will, to please come up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A few years back, I got interested in trying to come to the commissioner meetings, trying to understand Sampson County government, because all I heard were problem after problem after problem after problem. So I found a little of both here. I found a quote from a gentleman, James Freeman Clark. He's a 19th century American theologian and author. He wrote an article entitled "Wanted a Statesman" in the Old and New magazine in December of 1870. And it reads like this: "We have a great many politicians in the country, perhaps as many as the country requires. I should not wish to ask for a larger supply of these, but there is a wide difference between the politician and the statesman. A politician, for example, is a man who thinks of the next election, while the statesman thinks of the next generation. The politician thinks of the success of his party, the statesman of the good of his country. The politician wishes to carry this or that measure, the statesman to establish this or the other principle. Finally, the statesman wishes to steer, while the politician is left contented to drift. The difficulty about a politician, no matter how honest and well-intentioned he may be, is always this: that the matter of absolute importance in his mind, to which everything else must yield, is to carry the next election for his party. As we approach a new year, I'm hoping that this board, as well as all of Sampson County government, will say, I want to be a politician. I don't want to be a statesman. I can't speak for everybody that's here tonight, but for me personally, I'm pretty sick of politicians. I gave 22 years of my life in the defense of this country, and things that I see now, I never ever dreamed or imagined that I would see. So I encourage you, I applaud you for the work that you did on the budget. I know some of the problems that you had with that, and so I thank you for your hard work and your dedication. As we approach the holidays, I wish everyone here a Merry Christmas. I hope you spend a large amount of time with your family, that you enjoy that, so that when you come back after the new year, that you're well rested and ready to begin the arduous task of another year of government. So thank you for that. I hope that you continue to try to get more information out to the public. I hope the people that are attending these meetings will spread the word. It's called goodwill, as the business term is, and there's not a price that you can put upon that. So I'd like for all of us to stand up and make sure that the truth gets out. There is a Facebook site that's doing a pretty good job of lodging a lot of complaints, but I don't see many solutions to the problem. So let's try to fix that for those people. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Hunt?
Good evening. My name is Elaine F. Hunt. I reside at 7171 Old Warsaw Road, Turkey. And first, I want to thank you all for what you've done thus far regarding the water situation. I was asked by one of the neighbors, they said something about EPA grants usually are conditional, and I think I had mentioned that to someone. If someone would let us know what the conditions will be, if any, because I don't know. I just know what one of the neighbors called and asked me what the conditional grant. And that's the only question we have right now at the moment. Conditional
understand.
grant.
You're good.
And before I sit down, I do want to thank your board for support. This past weekend, I want to thank the ones that spoke, the ones that came, and the one that prayed. And I want to thank your county manager for showing up. And it was a pleasure to meet you personally.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Mr. Royal? Okay. Charles Royal? Oh, I'm sorry.
Good afternoon to Sherman and on the board and board staff. Good afternoon. I'm retired Sergeant Major Charles Arroyo. I live in Roseboro, 2054 Claw Drag Road. My complaint, it's a complaint about the water with PFAS. Okay, when the PFAS came out, they test the water, put the filter on the zinc. But I realized that's not enough because they say you can shower, take a bath. But if you got kids playing and they get skint and bruised and take a bath, that means what? That metal and that PFAS is getting in the system. And the bruise, just like if you got a bruise being in the sand, excuse me, should be some system that could be on that pump that filter that water. So when you take a shower, you know, that it will clear it. Because if we wait until, I understand the first year, we be put in again, house smell side and community for water. But during this time, if it's approved, it's another year before it gets started, but we still got kids in this water, you get it in your eyes and stuff. Because pretty soon, you go to the airport, they be calling you Iron Man. You know, this is a clean filter. This here is one of the dirty filters. So I have a filter system on my pump, but that's the rust we get, but it don't have anything to do with PFAS. But we need to look at the one that started, see if any PFAS, get more filter on the pump house so we can take a shower and be afraid of the kids getting eyelids and the bruise. And one thing I would say, since I've been a few times, to the chairman of the board, I like the way you have your board organized. Being 30 years in the military, I can understand that. You have a nice evening.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm getting there. I take a note. Mr. James? Miss James, I'm sorry.
You need my name, address?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Antoinette James, 2314 Old Mintz Highway in Roseboro. I don't want to keep reiterating the things that I have said before when I came up, but this is a bittersweet moment. I'm happy for Ivanhoe that they got their water, but it's bittersweet because in Roseboro, we would also like clean water. It's disheartening, aggravating, and it's becoming costly. I can only speak for myself, but I have spent a lot of money to keep my well running, my mom's well running. If we're not dealing with the PFAS situation, then we're dealing with rust. If we're not dealing with rust, we're dealing with iron. If we're not dealing with that, I just had a new well drilled. I don't know if we're running out of water or what, but my point is we deserve clean drinking water just like everybody else. And we've been asking, we don't get any answers. It's starting to feel like we're begging now. And we shouldn't have to beg for something that is a human right. And I have to reiterate what my neighbor, Mr. Royal said. Coming from a medical point of view, I am a nurse, and they say don't cook with it, don't drink it, we'll give you this clean water faucet, and this is what you do for your, whenever you need clean water. But we shower and we bathe and we do everything else in that dirty water that's not being filtered. And he's right. If you have a cut, if you have a scrape, if you have some kind of open wound on your body, it's just common sense that that PFAS and all of that nasty water is getting in your system. We're not stupid. And this whole way through, it's people talk to us like we are, and we're not. We know that the situation that we're in is a dangerous situation, and it needs to be fixed. We are taxpayers. We add to Sampson County's economy just like everyone else does. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. All right, we'll move right on to item 8, that's the county manager's comment.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and board members. Just a couple of things. To begin with, I want to make you aware that we have begun the budget process for next fiscal year. I know it seems a little early to be talking about that. However, we know with the just many process and automated changes and improvements we're making, we know it's prudent to begin now. We've started initial conversations with the department heads in our November department head meeting, and we have a schedule laid out to take us all the way through for the various milestones that are needed and so forth. That'll take us from now until the final budget is adopted in June. We discussed the biennial resolution that you approved for the upcoming budget cycle. And we understand that we need to keep things in line as much as possible with the current budget so that we can hopefully receive a COLA for all employees. That's the ultimate goal. We have also discussed how we will maintain the same philosophy as the board, as you had requested last budget cycle, of zero-based budgeting, so that we can ensure as much savings as possible within our departmental line items and the overall final budget. And we realize that this will take creativity and a methodical approach in evaluating all of our business practices and what we do and how we do it. For these reasons, I want to especially extend a huge thank you to our department heads. They've just had such a great team spirit about this, and I really personally appreciate that. I assure you that we're like-minded in our approach of striking a balance between being good stewards of the taxpayers' dollars while also providing services to our citizens. I just want to be very clear about that. And then the only other thing I want to remind you that the school system has a celebration coming up, and that is December 8th at 4 p.m. at Clinton High School. And you will be our board will be specially recognized. They want to honor you you were nominated for the North Carolina School Boards Association Commissioners of the Year Award. This was in part due to the positive impact that you made with passing the funding formula resolution, as well as other areas of support for education in Sampson County for both the city and the county schools. So certainly applaud you for that, and I just wanted to mention that to you as a reminder as well. And that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate those comments, Van. All right, this time we've got commissioners' comments and reports, and I'll ask my lady to my left first.
I would like Mr. Turlington to address Ms. James's concerns about the water on Old Mintz Highway.
The Old Mintz Highway, Claws Drag area is one of the areas that we've put in for a $5 million grant. We should know if we're awarded that by after sometime the first year, possibly January, possibly February, but we have put in for a $5 million grant for that location for water line.
Thank you.
Anything else? On you, brother.
Report for aging, want to say that because of what our economy was doing, in the blocks of grant, they have changed now somewhat, and they're waiting for that increase to come in. Also, for DSA, as I asked Sister Patty Sante that, how was it going? And she says things are going much better. Just the bill has been passed. So we, thank you. And everyone that's needed, thank you.
Vice Chair?
Today I had the privilege of stopping in at Sampson County Emergency Services. It's kind of a little impromptu thing. Spent some time with Mr. Sauer. We walked through the 911 center, and they were training some new personnel and kind of brought me up to speed on some of the training they have been doing and some of the training they intend to do, and that they're working to provide training, some very quality training to the staff, and they're doing it using outside resources that'll be cost effective for the county through the community college and things of that nature. So I applaud them for their efforts and the things they're doing, and just wanted to give a rose while I could.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Mr. Crumpler?
Mr. Chairman, I have nothing to report tonight.
All right. With that, before we go into our next part, which will be closed session, I do, on behalf of this board and this county, because the last meeting we have in December, wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. And I want you to please, as Mr. Brown said, spend a lot of time with your families, because family is important, especially during this time. And we thank you for what you've done for us. We thank you for our county and the families that we have here that have really stood up and done some things for us, and we appreciate you. Both department heads, employees, and those who vote and come and speak, we appreciate you. And Merry Christmas to all. At this time, I will entertain a motion to go into closed session.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we go into closed session under North Carolina General Statute 143, 318, 11, Section A, subsection 3, based on information that is attorney-client privilege.
Second. I got a motion and a second. We are in closed session. Thank y'all. All right, I will entertain a motion to come out of closed session.
Make such a move. Motion.
I got a motion and a second. All in favor? Motion so carries. Now I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
I got a motion and a second to adjourn. We are, oh, excuse me, all in favor? We are